Welcome to Coke Studio Africa 2017, where artists from all across the African continent come together to collaborate and create incredible music. Our cameras are there to follow the magic every step of the way. It's Coke Studio Africa. This is where music meets. On today's show, this week's headline artists, African music giants Bebe Cool from Uganda and Falz from Nigeria, join up to discover more about each other's music and create something extraordinary.
The fusion of all three of us, I think, is going to be magical.
Ghanaian hip-hop phenomenon Joey B and South African Afro-pop sensation Amanda Black work together on the Coke Studio Africa Throwback. And Ghana's newest star, Wolasi, gets a chance to work with Nigerian success story Chidima and Kenyan supergroup Sauti Sol in this week's Big Break.
My oh my, it's something new, it's something not mainstream.
Brace yourself for an unforgettable journey of musical discovery. It's going down. First up, this week's headline pair are giants of the African music scene. Superstar Bebe Cool from Uganda is a reggae and raga master and multiple award winner. An undisputed legend of African music, he's representing Uganda on the global stage and building an unforgettable legacy. Nigerian rapper Falz meshes quirky lyrics and banging beats to create a unique sound that he calls What's Up music. He cemented his place as one of Africa's most unforgettable hip-hop acts, and watch out because he's got the brains to match his talent and is a qualified lawyer.
Yeah, I'm at Coke Studio Africa. This week I'll be working with Falz, the bad guy from Nigeria, and Bebe Cool from Uganda.
Nigerian master producer and songwriter Gospel on the Beats is one of Africa's hardest working and most prolific hitmakers. His famous quote, "Results cancel all insults," pretty much sums up his success, and he's a key part of the Coke Studio Africa super producer team.
My name is Bebe Cool. I'm in Coke Studio Africa. Always look forward to working with new trends. Hello.
Yo.
That's the only way I can evolve.
I heard so much about you. I follow your music, I follow your work, man. Yeah, what's up, what's happening? My name is Falz, aka Falz, the bad guy. I'm from Nigeria. My kind of music is predominantly hip-hop. There's always that flavor, that element of humor in there. A perfect mix, which I refer to as What's Up music. Pause, recordings,
Yeah.
Yo! You okay, bro?
Falz.
How you doing?
Meeting Falz for the first time is a very cool guy. He's a comedian, I hear.
Nice one. Gospel.
I think it's going to be interesting working with him.
Do you know each other?
I'm a producer.
Oh, yeah.
So, so part of what we do, we just kind of follow different genres, different artists, especially the ones that we are really feeling. Gospel is a producer that, has worked with, a lot of artists. And Bebe Cool, is a very talented reggae dancehall artist. The fusion of all three of us, I think, is going to be magical. What sound are you listening to at the moment? What's on your playlist,
I think everyone in the world is listening to Afro beats right now.
Yeah, right now.
We're discussing about music, we're discussing about genres, discussing about vibe, trying to decipher what we're going to work on.
Back in my country, Uganda, we've had a little bit a slower tempo. But unfortunately, the audience has moved on to the tempo that was adopted from Nigeria and South Africa.
We all agree that there's a current sound that's very trendy. It's a predominantly African sound. I want when you listen to a Gospel on the Beat production, if it has Akeda in it, you should be able to spot and say, no, that must be gospel. I don't know if you get. So it's a fusion.
It's going to make it unique.
Yeah, it's going to make it unique. You
Speaking
understand?
of fusion, there's a fusion right now that's quite popping. I think it's a dancehall Afro fusion. And it's like a...
As much as we do whatever we do, we have to look at, the youth and what is trending within them if you want to have a very big song.
I'll come up with a template going by the ideas, the concept. So that, when we meet, I'll play it, so that I can now build it from there.
Judging by how this meeting has gone, we are all on one point, so happiness.
Great meeting you guys.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, right now we have to get going. We'll give the producer space to do his parts. And then Falz and I are going to have to go and work on our cover.
Their first task, to discover more about each other by creating unique cover versions of each other's songs. But first, which songs will they choose to cover?
So myself and Bebe Cool are going to cover each other's songs. I'm just trying to listen to some of his music to find which one is best for me to do.
I know exactly what I'm going to do.
Okay, which one?
Very interesting.
Which
Bad.
Go.
Choosing this song is the right thing for me because, I mean, with Bebe, it's always the bad.
Usually when I perform this song, it's madness. I think because it's such a high energy song.
And that's Bebe. Bad is this. I want to cover this pretty perfectly because it has 3 big artists. It's going to be my first time to do a trap song, you know.
If there's anything I would like you to keep, it's just bad.
It's just to find where dancehall applies in trap. It's not that hard. I don't think it's going to be hard. Have you found something for me to?
So I'm listening to some of Bebe Cool's tracks, you know. And I stumble on this song, Love You Every Day.
Ladies by my side each and every day, but I'm always glad to you.
Such a nice, solemn R&B type love song. The music gives you a feel. Every single song, there's a feel that it gives you. And immediately I heard this song, I was just like, this is a jam.
Love You Every Day is one of my biggest songs. So my inspiration to do this song, first of all, was to find a song that suits a good video. If I deliver the right video, then the people will use the eyes will force the ears, and that's it.
I'm predominantly a hip-hop artist, so I'm gonna have to, put some sweet rap in there. I'm watching the video and I'm feeling the vibe. He had his shirt open, he was looking up to the sky and, getting in the spirit, and I want to feel that emotion. But with the chorus, I'm gonna have to do a bit of singing.
Yes.
So I've decided that on this song, I'm gonna do a little bit of singing.
Are you comfortable with singing?
Don't worry, I don't want to give away too much.
It's the element of surprise that even your fans love more. Beautiful. Anyway, I think we gotta get down to what?
Yes, I'm ready to sink my teeth into the cover. I'm ready to dive in completely.
It's been so great. Let's sit down and do this.
All right, bro.
After a long session in the studio, this week's headline artists are ready to reveal their reimagined covers to each other for the very first time.
Falz is a hip-hop guy. What is it going to do with a vocal song?
You are doing something that has already been done. So there is already a standard, a very high standard in this case.
Bebe Cool, what's up? Remix. I've flown around the world a million times, oh. I've seen a lot of faces and places, but I'm always back to you. My money on my mind, I'm trying to get paid. Ladies by my side each and every day, but I'm always back to you. Loving all the times I'm around you. Girl, you got me feeling like starting a new life now. Even when I leave, I can see your eyes staring at my own girl. Crazy how I feel about you. It's crazy how I feel about you. Let me take you down to my hometown, girl. Every day I dream about a brand new world. You know how I feel. I will love you every day. Let me take you down to my hometown, girl. Every day I dream about a brand new world. You know how I feel. I will love you every day. Flashback, I gotta beat it. Maybe I should just put the key in the ignition. Maybe I should just get to speaking if you listen. Keep it short, somebody. But baby, I'm the victim. My heart is beating, got me singing to the rhythm. Every time I'm now with you, girl, I'll be daydreaming. But you captivating me, making lazy me. She motivating me, show my day to me. Day to me, make you know say no be play, you see. Baby, picture me and you for life, job. That's a life worth living, but your smile is to die for. She told me, boy, you're preaching to the pastor. So just cut the dialogue to my ready dialogue. Let me take you down to my hometown, girl. Every day I dream about a brand new world. You know how I feel. I will love you every day. Let me take you down to my hometown, girl. Every day I dream about a brand new world. You know how I feel. I will love you every day. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, I will love you every day. Hey, 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 hey. I will love you every day. Hey, 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 hey. I will love you every day. Hey, 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 hey. I will love you every day.
The original is okay, but I mean, I think to take the song farther, I think Falz is the missing, piece. You just did justice to me.
Thank you. So Bebe is about to go on to perform Bad Battle Baddest. I don't know what to expect because, this is a very, very hip-hop sort of track.
Expressing exactly what's on my mind. Well, I am bad, better than bad. I am bad, better than bad. Sasa nimefika na hela niko nazo, wacha watu wote walie Bebe Cool. Anabamba nini na mama na mahela, alafu wanaume wanataka kuniua. Ride pandi decision. Many girls love me, them a primo. Was bad from now and me bad before. Elementary bad, me bad from before. Bad, the baddest, and I'm the baddest. Biggest, and I'm the biggest. Richest, and I'm the richest. Smartest, and I'm the smartest. Bad, the baddest, and I'm the baddest. Biggest, and I'm the biggest. Richest, and I'm the richest. Smartest, and I'm the smartest. Bad, baddest. 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 Bad, when I am bad, better than bad. I am bad, better than bad. You see nowadays them this gallery. Big baby band and goose pantia. You see nowadays clad skinny panty. Body big baby band and clad and no style. Tell me if you're better than them. Big size me better than them. Tell me if you're better than them. And it's a big size me better than them. Bad, baddest. And I'm the baddest. Biggest. And I'm the biggest. Richest. And I'm the richest. Smartest. And I'm the smartest. I'm bad. Better than bad. I am bad. Better than bad. Bad.
He completely made it a dancehall track, and this version of the track, to be honest, I really, really love it.
Still to come after the break, South Africa's Amanda Black and Ghana's Joey B tap into their earliest influences as they prepare for this week's Coke Studio Africa Throwback. And this week's headline artists Bebe Cool from Uganda and Falz from Nigeria continue on their quest to create a chart-topping original. Welcome back. Next up on Coke Studio Africa, two incredible talents take us way back to their childhoods for the Coke Studio Africa Throwback. South Africa's Amanda Black won Newcomer of the Year and Female Artist of the Year at the 2017 South African Music Awards. She hit the ground running and immediately established herself as a dominant African music force. Multilingual rapper, singer, and songwriter Joey B is one of Ghana's best. He's been honing his craft since primary school to become a master of stage and studio with the following that's growing fast, far, and wide. Let's get to know more about Joey B and Amanda Black. Their answers to the Coke Studio Africa Throwback questions will determine what kind of song they'll focus on.
Guitar, I can play.
Guitar, I can play.
My grandparents.
Grandparents? All my friends are dead. Push me to the edge.
Drawing.
Pushing all my friends to the edge, all of them. Like, oh my God, friends.
So all your friends are dead.
All my friends are dead. Push me to the edge.
Trees. That's what I would do. I used to climb them all the time and fall off of them as well.
Oh, trolley. Why? Because I like to walk inside of the trolley and push my friends to the edge, all of them. Like.
Crazy. Tula papana, musukulila, umamuyeza netina yunga.
Too Bobby, too Bobby. Oh, so what do we get?
Our throwback challenge is Childhood Hive.
Childhood Rise. Okay.
It's more of, bringing back all those wonderful memories, like things we used to do when we were like kids.
What's up? How are you?
The idea of going back in time, it's very nostalgic.
We want to create something that could bang on radio, that we can listen to and have our fans jam to and just take them back.
So the sound I'm getting, I don't know why it's coming to me, but I feel like it's very easy.
When you want to make your baby sleep or that kind of lullaby thingy, lullaby pop.
This is special to me because it casts my mind back to how, we used to play and come together.
Too Bobby. I don't really know the words, but okay.
I'm just gonna do the research properly and find the lyrics because it's a different tribe's lullaby.
Amanda?
It's the same. So lullaby. Chula papana, musukulila. It means, don't cry, baby. Mommy's coming with your food.
It's fascinating that the two melodies are very close to each other.
Yeah.
So I think we can create a nice mashup.
Definitely. I feel like it will merge properly because it has the same melody.
The arrangement must be very chill. Something soft, guitar. Guitar and
Acoustic vibes.
acoustic, very acoustic. We'll strip it down.
I think it's a great idea because I play guitar.
Let us get to work. I'm pretty excited. I can't wait to get into it.
Now we're about to go work with 37 MPH, work on the track, and you guys are going to see the real and the official, the final cut on stage.
After a serious studio session, they're now ready to perform their new and improved throwback track.
Hey,
I'm Amanda Black.
I'm Joey B.
Where you from?
I'm from Ghana. Where you from?
I'm from South Africa.
Ooh, nice.
Listen, man, I've got a story to tell you.
Wow, I'd love to hear it.
Yeah?
Yep.
Maybe I'll sing it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool, man. Here it goes. Tula sana, tulu mama, uzobuya. Dimdala ngokukodwa mama asilniju. Kunsina mhlabeni buninzi ubumnyama. Inyembezi yazipheli andikwazi nokuthi nina ndikhumbula umama ndisengumntwana ndikhumbula umama endiculela esithi thula mntwana thula papana musukulila umama uyeza nethi nayo mntwana thula papana musukulila umama uyeza nethi nayo mntwana.
Let me tell you my story, tell you where they born me, tell you something about my life. Everything wasn't rosy, cause I've seen so much. I finally found myself. Hey, I'm happy. Too Bobby, don't you worry, everything will be fine. Too Bobby, don't you worry, everything will be fine.
Tula papana musukulila umama uyeza nethi nayo mntwana. Tula papana
fine, fine. Too worry, don't you worry. Everything will be fine, fine, fine.
Tula papano, musukulila, umamu yeza netina yondwana. Tula papana, musukulila, umamu yeza netina yondwana.
Coming up after the break, this week's headliners, Uganda's Bebe Cool and Nigeria's Falz, break from the studio to discover more about each other and share some personal perspectives. And will this week's big break artist, Walasi from Ghana, handle the heat as he collaborates with two of Africa's biggest stars? Stay tuned to find out. You're back with Coke Studio Africa. Before the break, this week's headliners, Bebe Cool from Uganda and Falz from Nigeria, both performed cover versions of each other's hits, while Niger's Gospel on the Beats started working on their original. Now they're ready to get back in the studio to work on their new track.
Okay, let's try. Right now, I'm back in the studio with the Coke Studio musicians. 3, go. I have the drums, and progressions already laid. I just want to record the percussion and the guitar. I do the second one now, the faster one. Hey.
Myself and Bebe walk into the studio, and they're making magic already. I'm like, what is going on here? Exactly what we had in mind. The bounce, the groove, the instruments, the guitar and the conga. Oh my God. I listen to this groove of this song and I'm like, yes. So Bebe starts to, freestyle something, brainstorm ideas, and it's sounding good, sounding mad. But we're like, okay, pause. What are we talking about?
She makes the heart skip a bit, She's just something like, you got me my heart skip a bit, girl.
Are you sure I want to be with a woman that makes my heart skip? What's my heart?
Yeah, every time I see her.
I think that's the angle we're coming from.
Yeah.
She's very dangerous for me, but I'm still feeling it.
Like good pain.
Good, bad. I still want to dive into it.
This is something that is speaking to my spirit, and I just want to express myself on this record.
So us guys can be given permission to go sit down and write?
Yeah, right on it.
Yes.
Feel like I need to get out and, jump onto the writing before the ideas jump out of my head. I need to run as fast as possible so I don't forget what I have in the head.
It's about time we left the studio, started writing on the song, and then come back to record. So myself and Bebe have been writing our lyrics for the original song.
Hey, very cool.
So I decided to chill out and I invited Bebe Cool to come hang out with me.
When I have free time, I play a lot of football, so I wish I had somewhere I could play here.
Right now I'm having withdrawal symptoms as there's nowhere for me to play.
Since we can't actually play football here physically, I'm going to challenge you to a game of foosball.
Nigeria versus Uganda. Falz versus Bebe Cool. Let's do it.
Are you good at this game?
Not really, but I think I can never go wrong because I know what matters is the goals. Uganda, Nigeria, and pressure is up and I have to face him.
You need to change sides. That's my good side.
What are you trying to do here? Are you trying to scam me? 2. Bebe is up by 2 goals.
Baby, you told me you are not really good at this game.
I'm kind of using my instincts.
I can still come back. I can still win this. Boom! I make my dramatic comeback. Competition is getting tough now.
Whoever scores next wins.
I can't let my nation down. Let's go. Nigeria wins!
That is a Nigerian luck. It's hectic in my head because I was ahead and then the guy just comes the Nigerian way and just wins. So tell me a little bit about yourself, apart from music.
Generally people also know me as a bit of a comedian. I have a alter ego that comes out every now and then.
Bebe is just like, what is going on here? What is wrong with you?
Generally speaking, I tend to lose the volume
so that you can be able to follow me on a spiritual wavelength.
Falz is the artist. Brother Tajo is the comedian. He's the crazy guy, the lunatic, the goof.
How hard is it to keep those three personalities?
Bro, it's tough.
Yes, I can imagine. But it's tough for me to keep Moses from Bebe. So at this moment, I also realize I have two. There's Moses and Bebe.
Is this Bebe Cool or is this Moses?
This is the definite Moses.
Oh, yeah?
I think this moment that we're sharing is creating a stronger bond between us. Now you can share more ideas, you feel freer with each other.
By the way, my family is a very big fan.
Oh, wow.
Family for
that is
They know more than I do about you.
That makes me really happy because, I just didn't expect that.
Then my little son, Alpha, he's like, Daddy, I can show you how big this guy is. I'm like, show me. I think he starts to rap 2 songs of yours. I'm like,
wow.
Damn.
Word for word. That was just really, emotional, and it was really nice.
Anyway, let's just get out of here and go finish up with this track.
Let's go.
Man.
The Pan-African spotlight is approaching for Walassi from GH. He's about to work with Niger's Chidima and Kenya's Sauti Soul in this week's Big Break. Let's meet our Big Break artist who's ready to announce his arrival to the world.
What's up, Coke Studio? What's up, Africa? Walassi here. Welcome to my humble abode. Obviously, this is my art studio, and back there is my music studio. Ghana is peaceful, Ghana is quiet, and everybody is very calm, and everybody is very friendly, very, very super friendly. So excited to be working with Coca-Cola right now, because I'm going to meet a lot of people, and finally, the whole world can know what I'm about. They can know exactly what I'm about. First of all, who is Walassi? How did I start doing music? YFM. YFM is a radio station in Ghana. They play good music. And I was like, yo, I can do this. My grandma was into music. My granddad was into music. Not too much, they would play society, African traditional music and all that. So, it inspired me to do more music. And starting was tough. I had to find a manager, I had to find people, but finally, Walassi is here with Coke Studio. Coke Studio is right in front of me and saying, Walassi, we need you here. Finally, the whole world can know what I'm about. Thank you, Coke Studio.
Coming up after the break, Ghanaian newcomer Walassi's big moment is near, as he'll finally get to meet up with Nigeria's Chidima and Kenya's Sauti Soul. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Coke Studio Africa. Before the break, this week's Big Break artist, Walassi from Ghana, proved that he knows what he wants. Now, it's time for him to show us what he's got. First, he must meet his collaborators. After winning Project Fame West Africa in 2010, Nigerian music superstar Chidima has gone from strength to strength. With chart toppers, awards, and other accolades flowing her way, she's one of Africa's most celebrated musicians, and she's not gonna stop anytime soon. Kenyan Afro-pop group Sauti Soul are one of the most influential acts on the continent, pioneering new sounds and evolving their offering all the time. They hail from Kenya, though all of Africa claims them.
We're here to meet our Big Break artist. His name is Walassi.
We're looking forward to exchanging good vibes, to learning from him, as well as showing him a few, tricks in the game since we've been around for just a little longer than he has.
The moment you walked in, I didn't know what to think. I did not know what to expect.
Grew up at the back of my grandma's house, and she used to play traditional music for their analog group. It's a society, it's a traditional society. So I try to fuse that with hip hop and blues.
The kind of music I do is actually experimental because I'm trying to create something new.
Well, I can't wait to listen to the song.
This song is titled Nukata. It was influenced by blues and being a gold digger, The perspective is not from the lady, it's from the man.
Oh my God, the moment the music started to play, I was like, oh my God. And I was looking at him like,
My oh my, it's something new, it's something not mainstream. You could relate with what he was talking about his grandma, and you can see where the influence came from.
When I listen to you, I feel like you found yourself.
When somebody understands what you do and respects your song, that's when you know it's in good hands.
I really just hope that because of the pressure that the music industry has, that you don't buckle and change.
Pressure.
There is demand to do more commercial things just so that you can reach a broader audience. And some artists choose to take the sacrifice, and some choose to stay who they are. When you stay who you are, there's consequences. When you take the sacrifice, there's consequences. So it's nice to create a balance.
Here we go. 1 bar 1.
These three sounds coming together, I'm sure would be a blast.
There was a way in which we vibed into that track. We did not struggle.
Polycarp was in one corner, tuning the guitar, I don't know what he was doing.
Polycarp, I've got an idea for guitar. So like we go like blues.
There wasn't any guitar in the song in the first place. So I was just waiting to hear what he does. The melody was amazing. It enriched the song, and that's what I liked about it.
Wow.
You got it?
I want him to be happy with whatever he's going to hear. I don't love you, tell because you got the money. She not love, I got a Japanese. So I'm coming on a song like, what do you have? If you think you're spending too much, you can keep your money to yourself. I don't need it. Oh yeah, first see your front and come up from my face.
Oh my God. Bian was just like, yo, it's a song. It's not a competition.
After seeing it, we're like, what am I supposed to do, bro?
Stop making us feel bad.
I just like the way he followed my voice.
It's loud but soothing.
I love his voice because it's similar to mine. I just felt like it would be good to complement his voice.
I've learned a lot and I'm stealing a lot from them from now. It's not doing it right that makes you feel uncomfortable. It's you being afraid not to mess it up. Because anything can happen with the performance.
She dey kill me inside. This babe driving me crazy. She dey kill me inside. This babe driving me crazy. I be go she be digger. All the dude and candy I'm sure. But I thought you were a singer. Why I'm broke who go bigger. He dey kill me inside. This babe driving me crazy. I be go she be digger. All the dude and candy I'm sure. But I thought you were a singer. Why I'm broke who go figure. Sure, Oscar.
I don't love you, tell me cause she gets it. Then I love I got it. If it ain't hard to keep your money, I'll am for sharing you. I sabi cook and I the chop half. Your next pay, now my next half. You better pay or you back off. Oh, your face to your front to come up on my face.
Esa siria urembo. Como yo fikisi kingo. Juleo mimi ni yokonko. Usinirambe kisongo. I'm drowning in your soul. I feel like I just wanna lotto. Nairobi to Agosombo. I'm in a Rambo Conambo. So take all my silver and gold. Oh baby. Take all my money and gold. Oh baby. Yeah. So take all my silver and gold. Oh baby. Take all my money and gold. Oh baby. This baby driving me crazy. I be go she be digger. my money and go. Oh baby, oh baby, take all my silver and go. Oh baby, oh baby, take all my money and go. You got the robbery, like we want it, Santa Jesus your father, God it to be the tire. Make you jump, make you eat, make a blow, make a look, make a turn. Don't be cause you turn. See know the cook, I see the jump pass. Your next queen, I'm a next class. You better pay or you bypass. You can't say you go bypass, cause we ask girls, you go die fast.
As a teacher, I'd say he's a good student.
He knows his sound, so I think that is going to take him very, very far.
Still to come after the break, it's time for our headline artists, Bebe Cool from Uganda and Falz from Nigeria, to start polishing the details on their original in the studio with Niger super producer Gospel on the Beats. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Coke Studio Africa. Before the break, we saw this week's headline artist Uganda's Bebe Cool and Falz from Nigeria hard at work in the studio with Niger producer Gospel on the Beats on their quest to create a pan-African smash hit. Let's see how they're getting along.
Beautiful. We're so ginger. We're ready to record.
Can we just record the hook so that we can, have like a guy listen?
Gospel wants me to jump straight into the hook. Daddy made me ask you, baby, yeah. You done made me chop on me money, yeah.
Sounds so nice. Works perfectly on the beat. I'm feeling it.
Sure, you go give me the number to call cellular. No, they mind these boys, Talon Sheruba. I'm so fly, them they for the wrong terminal.
Damn, this guy just hit the point. What exactly are you?
It's basically the same idea from the hook. It's about a girl that's making you go crazy.
Sure, you go give me the number to call cellular. No, they mind these boys. I'm so fly, them they for the wrong terminal.
Is exactly relative to what I had come up with. Actually, it works even with the verse of just put, "Girl, your body move and every man alike." Yeah. That's how me express my happiness.
Exactly.
And so at this moment, I feel the song is in line. "Girl, your body good and every man alike." That's how me express me happiness.
Bebe has an amazing vocal.
Girl, stand up.
I love the husky and how it kind of rides on the beat,
Is there another part?
I'm good.
For real?
I'm good.
We have it down.
We're actually done. The track is done.
Wow, this is like the quickest recording.
We have it.
Just like I'm done.
Creating the beats and voicing, almost everything feels like one straight take.
You know what? Let me just play from the beginning.
From the top, yeah.
But I
Just
think
one
we
thing.
need an intro.
Gospel brings up the idea to put an intro on the track.
Maybe if you mention the names and something your style.
Boom, it comes to me.
Fast bad guy in the beating, by the way. Bebe Cool, Gospel on the beats. Let's go.
We've been able to fuse different genres on one song and create a banger.
I started hearing certain sounds in my head playing, and they really sound cool. They sound like, something I should just add to the track.
Although I have some sounds playing in my head that I feel like adding, but I think at this point, just keep it simple, yeah.
Gentlemen, this is magic right here. This is a wonderful record. Come on, Gospel, come on. You don't touch it. Don't tamper with it.
I think we just drop into our rehearsals just to get the words clear. I guess it's time to share this with the public, so we're going to have to go and, do a rehearsal.
So myself, Bebe Cool and Gospel are arriving, and we're on the red carpet. I'm quite excited about sharing this track for the first time, with an actual audience.
This is the only song where I'm nervous because it's an original song, an original composition. It has no attachments to the public, to the crowd, and I'm wondering how they're going to respond the first second they hear it.
Fast bad guys in the beating, by the way. Bebe Cool, yeah. Gospel on the beats.
Your body move, nobody get hard. Hard, hard. Your body move, nobody get hard. Hard. You never let me ask you, baby, yeah.
medulla. Say you go give me the number to call cellular. No, they mind this voice, I launch Cheruba. I'm so fly, them there for the wrong terminal. They talk money like say they run seminar. Somebody minute, I want God Teriba. Fatima Yemina, I know they tell you lie. If need be, I fit to find your crop Senegal. Where you want go, make we fix plans. My money so long, they cover the distance. Girl, you the murder the move, you the kill dance. If you hold me tight, I don't go give chance. But all the gist, that gist, say the jig shot. Say you go grieve me the missus to my mister. Never share last name on my fit swap. Because of you, hard bitty with this kid.
You make me happy, baby girl. So you gon' make me jump for me money, yeah. So you gon' make me happy, baby girl. So you gon' make me jump for me money, yeah. Have your body move and every man alive. How you want to search me up in here? You make me ask if a big girl stand up and everybody fi surrender. And even if you say you got a boyfriend, me no care for number two. I tell your mama dada ain't your boyfriend. Me just an old school friend them. And even if you say you got a boyfriend, me no care for number two. I tell your mama dada ain't your boyfriend. Me just an old school friend. You come me ask if I be there. For me money, yeah. So you come and me ask me, baby girl. So you come and me talk for the money, yeah. So you come and me ask me, baby girl. So you come and me talk for the money, yeah. You come and me ask me, baby girl. So you come and me talk for the money, yeah. Nobody move, nobody get hard. Friend them hard. Nobody move, nobody get hard. How you make y'all never friend them hard? Nobody move, nobody get hard. How you make friend them dollar you hard? Nobody move, nobody get hard. How you make friend them girl? You gonna me ask if I be there. So you gonna make me drop for the money, yeah. So you gonna make me ask if I be there.
On Coke Studio, Kenyan superstar Avril teams up with Ezo Business from Tanzania to create an original smash hit from scratch. And Waiki Bender from UG gets a massive opportunity to work with two African music heavyweights.
Right now, jumping on the song, and I'm looking at him, I'm like, what?
Coke Studio Africa. This is where music meets.